Decided I need to take a little bit of time today and get this car of my son's pulled out of the brush out back. He parked it out there when he went into the Marines back in 2004, and it was getting growed into the trees. So I went out there today before we got garden planted and got things surrounding it, and decided I better get busy and pull it out of there and take it over to his house. He's over in Afghanistan right now, but I will take this over to his home. When he gets back, he'll have it so he can work on it. This used to be a pretty nice little car before he had to park it and go into the Marines. He puttered around with it quite a bit. Had a nice interior in it. Still had pretty good interior, but the interior is starting to deteriorate some in there. But I've been working on this today and running errands. At least this is another little project that's been needing to be done I've got going. The car's been sitting outside and it's pretty dirty. It needs to be washed up and cleaned up, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'll just take it over and park it in his garage so that when he gets home he can worry about it. The car still runs. When he was here last year, he had it running out back. Had a lot of fun with this car. I would imagine he'll still have fun with it, but he's got another couple of projects going on, cars and houses and everything else, so everything will take its time. He's also got a 64 SS Impala that he's rebuilding, restoring. It's one that I picked up years ago and I gave to him. It had to have the right rear quarter replaced on it. He's got that all done, and he's got the body all straightened out, and then basic primer. You might notice down here on this bumper, that's not the standard bumper. He modified that and customized the bumper on it. It did have the headlight bezels painted on it, but the weather's got to that and caused the paint to crack off from it. Anyway, this is what I've been doing today. Had to cut down some trees, be able to get this thing moved out of there, but I decided it better be now or probably never. It looked like some of those old claws out in the woods that you see on eBay all the time, where they're got trees growing up through them and they're grown inside the groups of trees, and you literally have to cut the trees down to get them out. But this one's out. We'll take it over and get it out of the way, and then we can forget about this project. We'll hope to get back to you on the rebuild on the 71 GMC. I'm ready to take this GMC around. Start working on replacing the front end on it. As I pointed out earlier, I intend to put the 67 style front clip on this, using the later model fenders with the side lights in them. I might just try to take that fender right there and just pound it out and straighten it out, and I can do it. So I'll just probably do that. What we'll do with this door, I don't know, but we're going to be using the peep mirrors. That's what most people call them, that I understand. They're just a small mirror that mounts on the upper edge of the door, instead of having the big West Coast or junior West Coast mirrors like this one is. They use the little peep mirrors, which are more of a car type mirror. We'll probably do that. We'll need to get this bed off of there. We're going to use a different bed on it. We'll be getting this pickup moved around where we can work on it again. These are fairly decent hoods. They do need a little bit of work, not too much. Be pretty easy to get them straightened out. A lot of people don't realize it, but there's a difference between this grill on the 71 and 72 GMC over the grills in the 69, well actually the 67, 68, and 69, 70 GMCs. There's a ridge that comes around, not very much, but it's a raised ridge around right in here. And this used to be painted black in through here. On the earlier models, that was all smooth, and it was just standard stainless steel polished out rather than have any of the black paint there. Another thing that's different on the Chevys and GMCs is right here above or just below the park light. The GMCs have an indented cutout right there. The Chevy bumper goes straight across. It doesn't indent like that. So there's slight difference in all of the different grills and the different bumpers on them. The fender eyebrow on the GMCs is pretty much standard on all 67 through 72s, but that changes. There's a whole different fender style on the later model Chevy pickups. The earlier Chevy pickup, I think it's 67, will fit the GMCs, but the 67 doesn't have the side marker light. I think 68 has a side marker light. 69 definitely has a side marker light. And they go on up with the up to 72, but they use the same front corner molding on them. We're going to be getting on some of these grills and straightening them out and polishing them out, and I'll show you what I do on them. They can be cleaned up. They're not a loss if they're slightly damaged. If they're totally crushed in, yes, I would say probably forget about it, but they're not that difficult for these to be cleaned up.